Hi everyone, Abby here, and welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Huawei Watch GT3 42mm. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly, and so you can help the channel grow. And I have done a full unboxing of this watch, so if you've missed that, you can find that on the top right or in the description below. So I have the Huawei Watch GT3 here in the Elegant Edition in the color gold with the Milanese strap. And the current price is $428.99 Canadian. And this is currently not available in the United States. It is available in select regions and countries, which I've listed on screen for you guys. All right guys, so this is what it looks like on me. I think it looks really nice on, guys, and you can see the display is bright and bold. And this Milanese strap here is pretty comfortable to wear. I do have a 7-inch wrist, guys, and I put all the wrist sizes this can fit on screen for you guys, just for your reference. I could wear it like 24/7. I could wear it sleeping, working out. You could even wear this in the shower if you wanted to. I prefer to take it off, but the watch itself is water resistant, so you don't have to if you don't want to. I definitely think that a silicone band would have been the most comfortable option, because this band here being metal and mesh, sometimes I do find that it does kind of snag my arm hairs. So that's something I don't like about the band. It's magnetic, so it makes it really easy on and off. I'll show you guys right now. Taking it off and then putting it on. You kind of just lift this up and then pull, and that's it. I think a lot of people really like that because it's definitely more adjustable than the traditional leather or silicone bands that do have the kind of pre-sectioned holes to use on a watch. It has a 1.3-inch AMOLED color display, so you can definitely see those bright, bold, punchy colors. And the display is 466 by 466 pixels. It has a touchscreen operation, and it has 2 buttons at the side. It has built-in GPS, GLONASS, and other satellite systems. It has a 20mm band, 24-hour heart rate monitoring. It has sleep tracking. It has SpO2 monitoring. You can track many indoor and outdoor activities such as open water swimming, running, yoga, and more. It has a coded battery life of up to 7 days. It's water resistant. It has a water rating up to 5 ATM or 50 meters, so you can definitely like shower in it, swim in it, and more. It has a built-in AI running coach. It has Bluetooth. It can accept or deny phone calls. You can make phone calls through your watch, guys. It has a built-in speaker and mic, so you can actually kind of, talk into the phone on your wrist here. And you can play music through the speaker here as well. You can see your smartphone notifications and much more. And this is not all of them, guys, but these are definitely some of the most important, I think. All right, guys, now I'm gonna show you the display indoors and outdoors. So here you can see the display under some lighting here. And with this watch, I would definitely recommend turning on the adjustable brightness, because when you do get into some situations where it's like sunny, for example, or when the lights are bright, it can be hard to read if the brightness is low. I do have the auto brightness on right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the lights so you can see what the display would look like in the dark. And as you guys can see, the display is nice and bright as well in the dark. All right, guys, now I'm gonna talk about how to use this watch. I'm just gonna go over the basics here. So wake up the screen, you can press the button here. And alternatively, if you have the function turned on, you can raise to wake. So if it's on your wrist, you just take it and turn it towards your face and it wakes up as well. So the next thing you can do once the screen is woke up is you can press this once, and that's gonna open all your apps, and you can use this to make them bigger or smaller. And then if you pick an app, you can just go ahead and open it. For example, I opened up this app, and if you want to go back, you click this once and it brings you to the home screen. If you go to any page, you can just swipe right and you go back one, or if you want to go to the home page, you just click that and you go to the home page. Having this to turn can be really helpful if you want to zoom in and zoom out. It also helps with like volume options when you're playing music and stuff. And if you guys want to go to open an activity, you just press the button down here, and then you can just swipe along until you find the activity that you are looking to do. For example, if I want to do an outdoor run, I click that, and then once the GPS is accurate, it's going to let you know, and then you could start the workout by clicking on the button. So if you swipe down, guys, you're going to see your settings menu here, and you can see do not disturb, alarms, and stuff like that. For example, here are my alarms. And if I go to settings here, you can go ahead and see your Bluetooth status, the watch faces, you can customize that, and a lot more, guys. Coming over to the home screen, if you swipe right, you are going to see, whatever your shortcut is. For me, that's the weather, and then there's music here as well if I did want to start playing a song. And if I swipe left, you can see your sleep. So it is very basic sleep data that you can see actually on the watch here. You just see the amount of hours and your sleep goal, but you can't see anything else here unless you go in the app. You could see some other metrics here, the weather, the moon phases. You can see your SpO2. All right, guys, so here is my SpO2. It measured at 99%, and that is pretty normal. I do think the SpO2 here is fairly accurate. Your heart rate, you can basically choose 5 apps to put there. And then if you swipe up, you can see any of your notifications if you have them here. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna show you some of my favorite watch faces. All right, so this is the one that I'm using right now. It's called AB Watch 1, and I really like that. And I'm just gonna show you all the ones I have on here currently. There's a bunch of free watch faces you can get from the Huawei app, and there are paid ones too. All of the ones that I have on here are the free ones, guys. And they have a bunch of digital and analog watch faces, so that's something I really like. And that's all the watch faces I have on here. If you do want to download these, you do have to do so in the app, guys. And that's it, guys. That's the basics of how to use this watch. This watch does have a quoted battery life of up to 7 days. I've listed a bunch of my uses on screen for you guys. Things like GPS walks and runs, daily alarms, timers, and more. With my uses, I've gotten on average 5 days of battery life out of this watch, guys. So it's pretty good. You only have to charge it once a week. So I find that pretty helpful here. All right, guys, now I'm gonna go into the design. So as you can see, there's a slight curve on the display here on the glass. So coming over to the heart rate sensor here, it is definitely raised. It's noticeably elevated, guys. The back. Something I found interesting about this watch is that it has this little hole here to let water out. Let me turn on the light. Yeah, just right here. So it is water resistant up to 50 meters or 5 ATM, but if water does get in here, you have the option to kind of use this. So you can kind of just like shake it out, but if that doesn't get all the water, you have the option to use this drain function. And then you kind of just tilt it down and water will drain out if there's like a little bit in there. And then you kind of just shake it as it says. So I find that pretty interesting. I don't really see that on a lot of watches. All right, guys, so talking about the bands here, the mechanism to change the bands is really annoying. If you are someone who doesn't have nails, you're gonna have a hard time changing the bands because you kind of have to like dig in with your nail and then slide it down. I'm just gonna put the band back in, align it in, and then pull it down with your nail. Once again, if you don't have nails, this is probably gonna be a little difficult for you. Oh my goodness, it's yeah. As you guys can see, it's taken me a couple of times here. I just cut my nails, they're a little shorter, so I'm finding this a little harder to do. And there we go. So once you hear that click sound, it is back in. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna talk about some cons about this watch. The first con I have about this watch is the setup process. If you are like me and you don't have a Huawei phone, you're definitely gonna have a bit of a hard time setting this up. Honestly, if the setup process was not so difficult, this would have been a better watch. But I think the setup process is something that would deter a lot of people and frustrate them. It definitely did frustrate me. So for the setup process, you have to go ahead and download the Huawei Health app onto your phone. If you're someone like me and you don't have a Huawei smartphone, you're going to have a hard time setting it up because it will not recognize your GT3 watch straight off the bat. So what I had to do was I had to update the app, but you cannot do that through the App Store, guys. You have to download basically an external update from like Huawei, and I didn't really like that because, you know, when you try to download stuff on your phone gives you warning messages like, hey, you might not want to download this, it could harm your phone, you know. But in order to actually use the watch, you have to download the app and you have to have it updated so you can connect your watch, because without it, you can't do anything. So I would have liked a better experience there. And I do find the watch can be glitchy at times. And I'm in Canada, not all functions work here, so that's something I don't like. For example, if I go to the SpO2 right here, it could say like turn on all day SpO2 monitoring, but that function is not something that's been working for me. I'm not sure if it's because of where I'm located or what have you, but that's just a function that wouldn't work. I can only measure it, spot measuring it when I want to. Another thing is that it doesn't really have like on-wrist mental tracking or hydration tracking, so you can't track the amount of water that you're drinking or monitor that. And for the sleep tracking here, all we can see is the time. We don't have any phases or anything on here, so I find it pretty basic. I would have loved having more information here instead of having to go into the app to view it. All right, guys, so when it does come to taking calls, I find that this is pretty good at that. You know, the Bluetooth connection to your phone is required to take calls on here, but this could be really helpful for someone who maybe you're on a run and someone calls you. You don't want to have to take out your phone. This way you can just talk on your wrist while you're continuing your run or your walk. And if you're someone who's at work and maybe your hands are dirty or you can't grab your phone for some reason, or maybe you're not supposed to be talking on the phone, you can talk more discreetly through your wrist using your watch here. So I think that's really helpful to have as an option for those people. When you're doing workouts or if you're doing the AI running, you get actual audio prompts. So for example,
start to work out.
That's what the voice sounds like. It will give you voice prompts throughout your workout, guys.
22 seconds. Listen. 1 kilometer. Pace is 13 minutes and 18 seconds.
And it will just talk to you. Sometimes it'll let you know about the heart rate range you're in. It will let you know about the calories you burned or the kilometers, stuff like that. And I do find that pretty helpful. All right, guys, so considering the price, the quality, the color, the comfort, the battery life, and the ease of use of this watch, I would go ahead and give it an 8.5 out of 10. I definitely do give it a thumbs up. So if you guys are interested in getting this watch, I've gone ahead and left a link down in the description for you to use. All right, guys, that's all I have for today, and I hope you did find this helpful. And if there's anything I missed today that you want to know, just go ahead and drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.